Hi, everybody. It's Becky again, and I am on my second Facebook Live video on the series of saving big time on your taxes. Oops, and I dropped the book. Hold on just a second. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's not a good way to start out the video. Oh, well, you get all of Becky and her flaws in this. Okay, so I got this really great book. And I have actually been reading it over the past few years, and it has saved me a ton of money. And I don't want to keep the secret to myself. I want to share it. I want you to benefit from it. And so it's by Sandy Botkin, his CPA, and it's called Lower Your Taxes Big Time. And you can get it on Kindle. I bought the hard copy so I could write all over it. But you can also get the Kindle version for like 13 bucks. Hi, Heather. Okay, so I do have the printed book. This was my older one that I bought. I just bought it on Kindle, which is on my computer. So I'm going to kind of be jumping back and forth between that. So bear with me. But today is I did a kind of an introductory, talked about it and did it. I'm going to wave to you, Heather. Yeah, there we go. And I did an introductory yesterday to kind of tell you a little bit about it. And Sandy Botkin actually trained IRS agents. That was his role. He was a trainer of auditors and of agents, IRS agents. And so he knows his stuff. And the thing about it, he says, is that we can get the lowest legal, we need to get our taxes to the lowest legal minimum if we want to be rich. That's what rich people do. So, okay, if that's what rich people do, that's what I'm going to do. And we want to make, if we're going to take deductions, we want to make them bulletproof. And he says you can take more deductions and you don't have to be afraid of an IRS audit, which is pretty cool to me. So yesterday we talked about there are two tax systems in our country. Yeah, there is, and sometimes you think, no, it's one for the rich, one for the poor, two tax systems. You're almost correct. What there is, there's a tax systems for employees, for W-2 people, for the hourly salary, most of us. And then there is a tax system for business owners, including the small business owner, the home businesses. Now, what we're going to talk today is why a home-based business makes you a better income. And he talks about traditional job security. It's declined. You know, the days of working 40 years for the same company, retiring with the gold watch, having job security, you know, it just isn't there anymore. And so if we want to be secure, we've got to come up with a plan B. Your job may be great. And I loved the job that I did when I was a middle manager. Loved what I did. But now that I'm a business owner, I don't have to worry about being fired. It's really nice. I don't have to worry about layoffs. Business owners have other worries, of course, but let's talk about taxes today. Let's talk about why it makes sense to move into the business owner realm in addition to your current job, usually. Okay, so you probably saw the headline. You probably clicked because, I hope you clicked because of this headline. What would you do with an extra $2,000 to $10,000 per year? So take a second and think about it. How are you going to spend your $2,000 to $10,000 per year? Last year I saved $8,000 on my income taxes. That's $667 per month. That's enough. We're going to Disney World next month, and that will buy 2 round-trip tickets to Disney World out of my tax savings. Yay! And I do lots of other things. Hey, Liz. Okay. Betty, do you want to, I'm going to see if I can invite you in on camera. See if you can get in. Adding, I've never done this before. Y'all are my guinea pigs. We're going to go through this really quick now that I've done the bullet points. Are you there, Betty? There you are. You're in the car.
Hi, boy.
Hello. Oh, but you're sideways. Can you turn your phone?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll see if I can turn.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
Hi.
All right, everybody, this is my sister. This is Betty.
Hi.
And
this is
you got kids? Hey, love you. She has a 15-passenger van, big thing. When I come to Utah, we're going to have to jump in her van and go to Wendover. It'll be really fun.
Yep.
Okay, hey, Kellyanne. Nice to see you. Okay, so we're talking about Sandy Botkin's book. lower your taxes big time. And I saved $8,000. Hi, honey. Saved $8,000 on my taxes last year, and I don't want to keep the secret to myself. So we're going to go through this really quick. We talked about 2 sets of tax laws. So if you want to say you've got some extra expenses and you're thinking, man, honey, go get a job. You should go get a second job. Maybe, you know, work at the fabric store or the daycare, you know, get some extra income for us, right? So we're going to talk about, the book talks about a woman named Lori who thought that was a good idea. And it seems like a good idea. So she, you know, she earned a $20,000 salary. The thing about it, she only took $1,000 away after all her expenses. And let me show you how that happened, because it was ridiculous. She could have netted all $20,000 if it had been a home-based business. So let's talk about, say the husband earned $40,000 per year. That's actually pretty low, right? But so it's a good salary job, $40,000 per year. That's $3,400 a month. And his wife, we're calling it Lori. She wasn't working, but they needed more money, so she gets a job, and she's an admin. She makes $20,000 a year. So now they have to pay federal and state income taxes, or taxes on her new income, right? They filed jointly. She paid $4,845 in taxes on her $20,000, $4,845 in federal and state. She had Social Security deducted at 7.65%. That's non-deductible. That's just an expense. So that's another $1,500, $1,530. She has to commute. Let's say, Betty, how far as an average commute? What do you think? Maybe 10 miles? Hi, Ika. Glad to see you. Let's go with 10 miles. On a round trip, that's pretty conservative. But that puts her commuting costs at $1,300 a year. And that's, you know, that's your gas, your maintenance, whatever. Childcare expenses. Now, you do get partial credit in taxes, but the amount that she paid for daycare for her kids while she was working was $62.50. And that was after the taxes, the credit she gets. So you're working an 8-hour day, you get a lunch hour. Betty, do you like to go out to lunch? Oh, she's off the camera. Okay, somebody else. Type in the comments. Where do you like to go to lunch when you're working? 10 miles, perfect. Yes. Let's say you spend $7 a day for lunch. That is really conservative, right? We don't go big. You go out, you get a sandwich, maybe a fast food, a drink. So averaging $7 a month or a day per lunch. So that's a non-deductible expense of $1,750 a year. Not that much, but you know, okay. Now, she's got to have better clothing, right? And pay some dry care or daycare, dry cleaning, all those expenses. Let's say that adds up to $1,200 a year, about $100 that she's spending on clothing and the maintenance of her clothing. Nylons. Oh my gosh, I can't wear a pair of nylons for more than a couple days. And you got to have those cute shoes. Hi, Angela. So now both spouses working. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've had a hard day at work. I'm not in the mood to cook, right? So they go out to eat more, right? Because they come home from work, they're tired. So let's say minimum amount, cheap. Yeah. Let's say they earned, or they spent $2,000 a month on dinners, going out and take home. So now you deduct all those things, the cost of the mileage, the cost of the clothing, the cost of the daycare, cost of lunches, cost of dinners out. She after $20,000 and going to work every single day all year long, she keeps $1,000 in profit. Yeah, it was actually 1,100 or $1. Anyway, and I'll post those numbers so you can take a look at them. But that's why people are starting up home-based businesses, and I'll show you why. But an estimated 37 million people are working from their homes. And it's growing. It's growing. If Lori had started a home-based business, she would not be spending dramatically more money than she's already spending. She would go out to eat anyway. She'd probably go on trips and she'd have car expenses, but a lot of these things would be deductible. Hi, Thomas. So we're going to get into all of that and what those deductions are, and that's what this whole series is about: is how you can do it. There's more reasons to start a home-based business, and do you remember the American Dream? He says, you know, you work hard for. Oh, I think we talked about that. You work hard for one employer. You do your 40 years. You get your gold watch. It isn't happening anymore. It just isn't. People aren't staying long-term with just one employer, and they're loyal to you. If profits are down, bye, right? And, you know, you work really hard and you try really hard, but it would be nice to have a plan B, a fallback plan. Let's see. Oh, the thing I love about working from home is that there's no commute. So even if I did have an out-of-office job, I wouldn't want to come home from the office and then go off to another job, right? It's nice to be able to just work from home whenever I want. I can pick up a phone, I can call somebody, I can do things. In addition, let's see. Oh, okay, so for all of these reasons, according to Entrepreneur Magazine, 95% of home-based businesses succeed in their first year and achieve an average income. Okay, get ready for this. This was kind of cool. Home-based businesses have an average income of $50,000 per year. Sounds pretty sweet. Now, not everybody. It takes time to build that level of income. Your first year, you're going to start to get the skills. It takes really 2 years to build really a solid part-time income. It takes maybe 5 years to build a significant income, and it takes 7 years to be world-class. But the thing about it, that time is going to pass anyway. If you had started 7 years ago, where could you be now? Okay. What else did he say? Okay, now this was the headline. This is the headline, and this was the tease. If everybody in America, she is working right now. Actually, she is. I know Betty and I were just talking. She's working while she's with her kids in the park with the grandkids. So if you apply the strategies that we're going to go over in this video series and in this book, I really do recommend you buy the book. It's like $13 on Kindle. Get it. Sandy Botkin's, what is the Lower Your Taxes Big Time is the name of it. But if you really apply it, you should. He said you may see a savings of $2,000 to $10,000 per year. So just start thinking about how you're going to spend that. And we talked about yesterday, even if you don't have that level of income that you don't have, you can save those tax deductions and you can apply them for future income. So, you know, it's just like socking money away in the bank if you accumulate those deductions now, which is pretty cool. All right. Now, I do have to say, you should not set up a home business just for tax savings, because the IRS probably have frowned on that. It's kind of like the icing on the cake. You get to earn some money, you get some freedom, you get a community, you get a sense of accomplishment, and you get to keep a lot more of your money. So we're going to do a lot more talking about this. I'm really excited. I'll be on more Facebook Lives, and I'm just going to kind of dish this out to you now. We are halfway through Chapter 1. Talk to you later. Bye.